Hi. So today was a big day for me. I did not go into my actual office. I stayed home, but I sent out emails to most of our stakeholders about my decision to shut my organization down. I had conversations with people who could potentially take over contracts. I had conversations with people to work. I had conversations with contracts to say that I was interested and I was able to continue under another name, another business name. Um, and then I started getting responses back. And I'm feeling very in trouble. Like, I'm feeling very in my 8-year-old self. Like, I'm gonna get in trouble. Like, I didn't do what I was supposed to do. Like, I'm gonna get in trouble. Um, and I'm not. I'm literally doing what God has told me to do. Um, I'm literally doing something that I think I know is for the best for me in the long run. But I still have this feeling of like dread and regret that I don't think belongs to me completely. And there's still grief. I'm grieving. I want to find a space. I'm looking for comfort, right? And so, like, generally, when I need comfort, when I look for comfort, I go for food, or I go for a friend, or I like try to find a relationship or a situationship or some masculine sense of security, some masculine to provide me with security and to listen to me and maybe come give me a hug or whatever. Um, and I'm not doing that because I don't think that that is the way. Like, I need to self-soothe, and self-soothing should not incorporate overeating or using drugs or exercising over too much or um, entertaining energies in people just for their attention or dumping on people, right? Like, I don't want to dump. I don't want to dump on people. I've had some really good conversations with people um, who've been really supportive. Like, all the people that I've talked to have been really supportive of what I have next. I had a couple of conversations today. Um, I also was presented with an opportunity to do something that I feel is more in line with. I'm turning on my computer because I like the flowers. I want to see the flowers. Um, I had a couple of conversations. I've had a couple of conversations over the last week or so with people who are super supportive and have opportunities and want to share and support me and want to do work with me and get it and understand and yeah, in my like little girlness, in my like little like, oh my god, I'm in trouble, nobody likes me, like in that, I've started to kind of like grab at opportunities, and I think even some of the contract conversations where I'm like, I can still do the contract, but I don't know that I really want to or even really want to be in that space or do that work. um I think that's coming from a space of lack, to be honest with you. I think it's coming from a space of like, I don't know that what I'm doing is gonna make enough, and like it's ego. Like, ego wants to hold on to the identity of me as a maternal health advocate and like big boss or whatever, right? But the honest part of it is the work that I have been doing over the last 7 to 10 years has put me in a space that is not authentically me. I've been very paranoid. I have worked harder than I've ever worked before. I have told myself that I do not deserve rest. I've told myself and made myself feel like I cannot rest. I've worked through holidays and births of my own births, death, loss, grief, illness. Um, I have been frustrated with people who need my nurturing, who need my attention, who are not attached to work because they are calling me away from work. And I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that person. I don't like that person. I feel like even I'm in the transition stage right now, and so there are parts of my day that like completely fill me up and make me feel completely amazing, and that's when I'm talking about the next phase. That's when I'm doing work towards the next phase. And when I have to step back into my current phase or my past phase, I start to feel those things that don't feel good, and I recognize that I need to finish what I started. I need to be responsible. I can't just drop it like a bad habit and walk away. And I don't want to. I want to honor the work that I've done by sunsetting it, by having it, you know, phase out in a natural, good way. Um, but yeah, I just think that I am in this space where I'm being yanked back and forth. And I don't want to say yanked, but I'm like having to move back and forth between like feeling really good and really hopeful and really excited to like having to feel grief and having to feel loss and having to deal with my 8-year-old self, which I'm not used to dealing with because I usually just have to work through it. I usually just like work her aside, and she's looking at me, right? Like she has been working with me and behind me and under me and around me for the last 7 to 10 years at least. And I haven't really had to acknowledge her. I've allowed her to exist. I haven't had to manage her. I've let her kind of do what she needs to do. I've let the other characters of my personality who are survivalists, other aspects of me that are there to keep me safe, kind of run amok. And so now I'm finding myself having to soothe those aspects of me, having to soothe those aspects of my personality, but also having to face and realize why they were there and the reason that they were there and the utility of them being there, and also acknowledge that they don't need to go with me into the next space. um, and that's a lot to deal with day to day. I'm not sleeping. Um, I'm not sleeping, but my quality of sleep and rest is not that great right now. I have been trying to make sure that I'm eating. I'm still eating decently. I did have some chicken from Raw Farms yesterday. I woke up warm bubble guts this morning, but um, I've been making my juices, and I haven't had any tea this week. It's Wednesday. I need to make some tea. But I've been going on my walks. I went on a walk today. I went on a walk on Monday. I think I went on a walk on Monday. I definitely went on a walk on Sunday. But like still trying to make sure that I'm not losing my practices in this transition. At some point, I will get back to being able to walk every single day. At some point, I'm doing these things so that I can ultimately, cook the food that I want to cook from scratch and feed my family. I'm doing this so that I can ultimately be home when my kids come home from school or their activities and feed them good food, being there with them, potentially homeschooling at least one or both of them. All the things that I'm moving through now, I'm moving through them so that I can get to the life that I want. The life that I want is one of ease. The life that I want is one of peace. The life that I want is one of abundance and joy, and where I can show up healed, and I don't have to use the crutch of my broken self to push me through whatever it is that I'm doing. And that's hard work. I'm very grateful that I've started this video series. because in these moments, I want to talk to somebody. I want to kind of spew and like work through my feelings and emotions. And I do have a therapist. I talked to her yesterday. Um, and I want to, um, when I find myself talking to a person, or they're like a specific person, when I find myself calling, like other people are going through stuff, and not everybody wants to hold space for me. Not everybody can hold space for me. Not everybody should hold space for me. Um, and so, like, this video situation is a safe space for me, and I can think and talk and honor my feelings and voice my feelings and my emotions and my fears and my concerns and my excitements without um, without having to worry about the container, without having to worry about who is receiving it and what they may do with that information. And so by the time someone sees it, I will have moved through. Yes? I love the sound of my kids calling me mommy. By the time these videos are published and people see them, I will have moved through these emotions, so there won't be any like body who can take advantage of me. So yeah, I think the back and forth and the emotions, like even when I was in the office and I was cleaning out the office, I felt like I was in trouble. I felt like like someone was gonna find out, like I was gonna, and that feeling shouldn't be there. I don't want that feeling to be there, because when that feeling is there, people can recognize that feeling and manipulate that feeling, and I don't want that feeling to be there. I want to be completely standing up in my decisions and making, and the things the moves that I need to make in order to honor those decisions unabashedly, unapologetically. And so I'm just letting myself move through the work, and letting myself feel the feelings. So that's that. I'm my nose is like just up here. I'm really hoping. I'm really hoping that I can like kick that out, which I probably should go make some tea now. But yeah, like if I were to have a conversation like this with a man, right? Maybe more than likely not interested in me. But also knows that I'm vulnerable and knows that I need safe space, and can also suggest things to me and want to fix things, and I don't need that. I'm coming out of a space right now where people who, for the last probably 10 years, if not more, people who have positioned themselves as my friends are not actually my friends. And that has put me in a space of paranoia. That's put me in a space of distrust. It's put me in a space of desperation for actual genuine connection. And it also puts me in a space of vulnerability, because when someone is even the tiniest bit vulnerable with me, I take that as a sign that somebody finally is here. And people, I think, have figured out that code. And so it happens more and more and more and more and more that people show up for me and give me a tiny bit, and then I give them everything that I have, because I'm so relieved to potentially have someone that is in my corner, because I've spent so much time feeling like nobody's in my corner. And so I'm ready to leave that energy. I'm ready to leave that cycle. I'm looking forward to finding people that are genuine. I'm looking forward to finding people that I can trust. I'm looking forward to people who do see me and don't see me as an opportunity, but just see me. And so yeah, that's where I'm at right now. My nose is going to continue to feel tickly, so I'm going to go. But I think I've said all the things that I'm feeling right now. I feel like this is different because in the past, going through changes and trauma and just uncomfortable feelings, I have been focused on the discomfort. And this time I'm really focused on doing what I need to do to be able to move through it and put it to rest. And I'm 100% confident that there's another side to this, and it's not this going to be this forever. And so the best thing I can do is remain healthy. The best thing I can do is remain grounded. The best thing I can do is take care of myself so that I can move in to the next iteration of whatever this looks like. And so I think that that's the difference. The difference is I don't feel like this is going to be, my discomfort is going to be here forever. I actually know it won't be. And that is what's pulling me through and giving me courage to do what I need to do to bring it to fruition. So, anyway, I hope that this finds you at a time in which it is helpful and you resonate or need it. And as always, I love you, but God loves you so, 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 so much more. You couldn't even believe it. You couldn't even believe how much God loves you. Have a wonderful day or evening.